Hey guys, kinggath here, and welcome to episode 34 of my Fallout 4 Sim Settlements Forever Let's Play. We are continuing with the machine and her, and I am going to continue to do the split episodes where you guys get a little bit of me settlement building and a little bit of me playing through random adventuring out in the Commonwealth. And I know some of you guys wanted to see me just go through machine and her all at once, but I don't want to lose momentum on my sanctuary build. And really the whole point of this series when I originally started was to make sure that I keep playing Sim Settlements, so that way I'm very in tune with some of the bugs and quality of life feature issues that you guys who play it all the time would be kind of having to deal with. So I don't want to lose connection with that by just focusing on other mods entirely. So I'm going to keep doing the split format. So last episode we found out that Agnes might have been a real person. In fact, in my head, she might actually be like a Mr. House figure or something tied up in a capsule somewhere. So we're moving on to the next quest to figure out what the heck is going on. Kit had revealed that she knew about some radio station we could go investigate. So that is what we're doing. Found him. Oh, you know about this guy? Dog meat, get out of the way. You're probably breaking a quest. It's a friend of yours? Nothing? Uh-oh. We got some missing dialogue lines. Okay then. All right, we're gonna just guess what we should say. Let's see. What were you trying to tell me before? All right. Wait, I think my character might have the brown face bug. He's looking kind of funky from here. Tell me. A silent treatment.
When we met,
There we
I told you that I was here because I was running away from home. Obviously, after what happened at the radio station, I'm sure you figured out that's not the full story. That man, Alex, he didn't come after me because I'd run away. Not exactly. He came after me because he sent me here. And I didn't come back.
Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. My face. Oh, maybe it's just the lighting. I'm pretty sure though I've got the bug. Awesome. That's usually fixed just by closing the game out and relaunching it, which I may or may not do. You guys might just have to deal with me having funky face. Let's see here. You should have told me sooner. There's something.
I just thought you would want to know who you're traveling with. You know, the girl with a weapon and a clear line of sight to the back of your head at nearly all times.
That's not true. I've got power armor. Let's see here. Should have told me sooner. Uh-oh, another missing line.
It's Agnes.
Although I have to say, better a missing line
That's
than a
what they sent
robo-voice
me
line.
here to
Those are
find.
tough to deal with.
And bring back home. She's more than she seems.
Yeah, she
More
might be
than a
Mr.
digital
House.
personal
House's
assistant.
female counterpart.
Or whatever the posters and those demonstrations said she was. I don't know. All mission barometers are strictly need to know. And I am not allowed to ask.
That doesn't seem like a very useful system. Let's see here. You said you weren't sent after her. You were sent after her.
To
Yeah, let's dig
locate
in deeper
her
here.
physical mainframe and source code and bring it. Plus any necessary technology back with me to my home. Bellwether.
Seems like a lot for one little kid to do.
We finish what we started. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to know?
Let's find out. What can we ask? Yeah, tell me about
The most
Bellwether.
important thing that you need to know is that I am not going back.
Okay, that's great. Where is Bellwether? Where is it? Tell me what
A
town.
good way out west.
Okay, that's clever. You don't have to specify. Yeah, because I could see one of the temptations with writing mods for another game is you want to expand the lore, and if you're too specific on it, then people who are immersion hounds can kind of get pulled out of it all. So it's better to keep it vague, I think.
Not nearly far enough. Let's just say that if I'd found a boat before I found Agnes, I'd be somewhere in the Atlantic right now. Maybe even if I hadn't.
Damn,
found
that's
a
dark.
boat.
All right. Let's see. Tell me what it's like there.
It is
All that bug with the face
Orderly.
colors.
as opposite of a wasteland as it gets. For everything a purpose, for everyone a function.
Why aren't you? Okay, well, why aren't you going back now?
Because of her.
The machine?
Yes. She's become, I don't know, a friend. I've never had a friend before. Affinity that reaches beyond one's purpose is forbidden. When I started this mission 2 months ago, I had no idea who she was or what she was like. I definitely didn't know she used to be alive. A person. There's no way I'm handing her back to the priests. Not now.
Priests.
What would you like to know?
That sounds like some cool backstory.
As a collective, yes. They are the Sekrista, charged with mending the world that was, reshaping it into the world to come. The archives tell of their predomination of every anti-venom battlefield. When the veil of the old world was torn, they were said to bind themselves to one another in solidarity. Power and blood. No one in living memory has dared oppose them.
Oh, man, that does sound like the backdrop for a Fallout game. Sounds like the exact sort of thing that would lure me in as a player to be like, oh yeah, okay, well I'm gonna have to go crack some priest skulls. Let's see here. Anti what?
Anti-venom. Before the end. Post-venom. After.
How many are there?
As for the priests, they shall number 5 in all. Because Earth could surely not sustain the power of a 6.
This sounds like a passage
Look,
from
I didn't write this
Monty
stuff,
Python when
alright?
talking about the holy hand grenade.
They did. I think.
You seem afraid of them. It has nothing to say to that. Okay. Might be another missing dialogue line. All right, let's back out here. Back out. I don't know how deep I'm in this menu. Now what? Oops.
We finish what we started. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to know?
I don't think so. No, that's all. Can't you fix my face? Uh-oh, more. We got some more missing dialogue lines. I gotta report these to Nika.
Lead the way.
Alright, first things first. We need these med tats. I've been seeing those in the background behind your head. And then let's read this note. What's going on here, bud? Home. Now. Okay.
They must have come here before they found me at the radio station.
I assume they is the priests?
Alec, my keeper, and Kat, my sister. Me.
You know this man? Out here of all places, yeah.
Here.
Kind of weird.
His name was Miller. He was part of my assignment to retrieve Agnes. Not at first. When I found Agnes in Symphony Station, she would power on but barely speak. It didn't take long before I realized that her mainframe wasn't actually located there. Her primary data signal that feeds into the station is wireless, and I realized I'd have to track down the source to get her back to full capacity. But the buildings downtown were causing too much interference, and I wasn't able to triangulate the signal source. Not precisely, anyway. So I moved outside of downtown, tried again, and picked up a signal with a similar footprint coming from here. From him. Miller. God, I'm so sorry. I should have known that if I tracked you down, Kat would have been able to as well. I surveilled the shack from a distance, learning Miller's schedule and habits.
Just like a proper assassin. I do like you, kid. Let's see here. Let's get what we came here for. Just plan to kill him.
No. The
Oh,
signal I
disappoint
followed
me.
here made it seem like he wasn't just relaying Agnes's signal, but manipulating it somehow, changing it. My plan was to ambush and restrain him, and then find out everything he knew about Agnes. One night, I took a position closer to the shack than I had before. I overheard him talking to her. They were having a conversation. When I first got to Symphony Station and tried to figure out how Agnes worked, she never sounded like that. I heard her. She was asking him to help her. Like she asked us. Like she asked me.
What a pal.
I
Asking
thought I
everybody
could
to
learn more
help her off
information
herself.
if I could ask her questions too. So I hid my weapons outside and approached the shack, unarmed. I told Miller I'd gotten lost in the woods and was starving. He fed me, gave me water, and introduced me to his radio friend. I spent 2 days here, talking with him, and Agnes too, when she felt well enough. When we couldn't reach her, we would talk. About anything, really. He was the first Outlander I'd ever met that I either hadn't been sent to kill, or who wasn't trying to kill me on sight. He didn't think I was stupid for being interested in old machines and terminals, for tinkering with them and trying to learn how they worked.
Alright,
He'd been
dig in
trying to
deep
set up
here.
a sort of ad hoc radio network out here to open up communication between settlements. After finishing the relay tower outside, he picked up a heavily encrypted data stream broadcasting on a similar radio frequency. It was strange. He said it felt like someone had put it there. On purpose. I still don't know what he meant by that. He was still trying to decrypt it when I found him. I honestly never thought about what it might have been. But with the information we got at the Agnes store, I'm positive that encrypted stream is her source signal. And with the relay tower outside, we should be able to track down that source stream
Oh, cool.
and find out where Agnes's mainframe is.
Let's see, is this a repeat? What do you know about Ignis? Is it the same thing I
He'd
just
been
heard?
trying to set up a sort of after finish.
Yep,
It was
Yep.
Sure.
Sorry, I
it was
didn't mean to hit that
still-
again.
But with the information
Right.
You didn't grade out.
Hmm.
Your fault. Okay.
on the third night, we were attacked by a raider unit.
Wasn't
They
us.
kicked the door in and I reacted on instinct. I grabbed a screwdriver from Miller's workbench and killed them before any of them could fire a single shot. Miller was in shock, covered in blood. Theirs. He backed away towards the wall and kept asking me who I was. Who I really was. The way he looked at me, I knew then that, for his sake, I should just take what I'd learned about Agnes while I was here, go back to Symphony Station and finish the job. I never thought they would find him.
Man, I don't really want to say so he's dead because of you. But I also don't want to be sympathetic. I don't like either of these options. Can I have a third option, please? That's like, okay, whatever, man. All right, let's go.
So
Let's go,
it would
jerk.
seem.
Wait, that's it?
So it would seem.
I have to be nice.
No matter how many times I've tried to tell myself that, it never. Thank you. The terminal on the desk over there should have what we're looking for. Hopefully this will just take a second.
You know, I don't need
Damn it.
bad guy options all the time. It's just that this mod has kind of presented them enough times that I'm now expecting them.
They didn't think of. Huh, I'm in. Copying data.
Dog meat. You blocked the terminal access and she's just chatting next to
Done.
it.
Alright, I think that's everything we'll need. Once we get the tower outside online, we can pick up Agnes' source signal, and that will lead us right to her mainframe.
Cool. Alright, let's go turn this thing on. Oh yes, sweet jetpack. Finally got you. It's been many a playthrough since I've done a jetpack. Very excited to have this again.
Let's take a look. Locked up tight.
Wait, what's locked up tight?
Let's take a look around.
It's not locked up tight. Look, there's a big red button here. Oh, did I forget to push it? Let's see here. Relay tower, activate. Ooh, look, there's a magical flying terminal over here. What's going on with this? Hey, Nika, I found your terminal. I think it got moved way over here. What's going on in this? Send satellites ready. Okay, they're already enabled. Alright, cool. Floating terminal. Oops. And that could actually be a mod conflict. I have no idea what all gets edited out in these cells. Ooh, some booze. I'll take it. Is there more right here? Yes. I'm hearing some weird snorting. Like there's a rad stag stuck or something under the ground. Alright, well, let's go over in that little thing here. There we go. Hey, a chest. Cool. Boo. Terrible. Watts laser rifle. Alright. That sounds like there's a rad stag stuck under the ground or something. Where are you, bud? I'll put you out of your misery. Can I see like your horns popping up or something? Oh! Rad stag, you broke the rules. You went outside of the no man's land. You can't go past the bounds of the game world. Come on now. Alright, we've got some treasures from Raybo. So this week we've got a new faction pack, one that I somehow missed. This is the Peace Punks faction pack, and this is by Innocent Alpha. Innocent Alpha put out another add-on pack for Sim Settlements a while back called Legalize the Commonwealth, which this fits along nicely with that. So if you're looking for a similar themed faction pack to go along with your legalizing add-on pack, you've got it now, so check that out. And by the way, check out Innocent Alpha's other files. If you click on his username on Nexus and go to user files, you see he's been putting out all sorts of random little mods as he experiments and learns more with the creation kit. Really cool to see all the stuff he's been putting out. Next up, we've got another mod by Dill Bill, and this is Turn Objects Up. Now this mod is really simple. It lets you flip items back up to their upright position. So that would be all the miscellaneous items like food and things. And it also lets you convert them into static. Now I know we have a mod that does the static thing and I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head because it's been so long since I've used it. OC Decorator, that's the name of it. And this works outside of workshop mode. This just lets you have a usable item that you can hotkey and that you can use to staticify items, I guess we'll call it, or flip them back up. And I wasn't sold on the idea when I originally saw it until I watched the little GIF of it in action that's on the mod page description, and it is really, really cool. And it seems like it would be fantastic for those of you who maybe like to go Skyrim style cheese collecting and just collect loads of items if you want to place them somewhere nicely in one of your settlements or inside of a player home. And this is just an awesome way that you can do some little decoration and tweaking, and it just looks like it would be something fun to play with. So definitely check out Turn Objects Up by Dill Bill. And then lastly, we've got one that Raybo himself didn't point out, but he would have, I'm sure, if he had seen the update. I just happened to catch it because the creator Kuru posted it on our Discord server, and that is the Kuro tab, and it is an update. So Kuro put out a big update to this mod, and the mod is a whole bunch of super immersive workshop items. So there's tons of signs, there's some retextures of some of the classic items. There's just a lot of really cool decorations and different things that you can use to build your settlements. And so this update adds a ton more of all of that stuff you love. If you haven't seen this mod already and you like building workshop mode, you should absolutely check it out. It's a fantastic set of workshop items, and that is available now. So that's called the Kuro, and I'm going to keep saying it wrong. Kuro, something like that. Kuro tab by Kuro. So go check that out as well. Whoa, what's up with you? Wounded dog. What's wrong?
What's wrong? You hurt?
Oh, of course I'll help a dog.
This will make you feel better.
What's your name? Sparky Mutt Buttface? What is happening? What's your name? Mutt. Okay, we'll take Mutt. Carry rate transfer for Mutt. Wait a second, did I just get a companion dog? Did I get a second dog? This is actually very, you look like an appropriate dog for the raider life. That's actually pretty awesome. Go to the signal source. Oh, I'm supposed to play the signal source, eh? Alright, how do we do that? Let's see. Miscellaneous. Agnes Portable, I think. Personal storage. Audio recordings. Play recording code. Alright. I'm glad they told me to do that. I definitely would not have guessed to do that. I don't know where this mutt came from. Let me see. I need to talk to you again. Hey, come here. Can I call you Buttface still? Do I still have a chance? No? Okay.
This doesn't look good.
Oh, another one of those red phones.
Is that the same red phone from before?
Oh, just random bottle caps in here? Don't mind if I do. Alright, what do we do here? Can we talk on the phone? Let's see. Oh wait, what was that? Gold watch. Yes, please. Okay. Alright, I can't pick up the phone. Oh. Submerged facility. Can we go in there? I feel like that might be a bad idea with the power armor. But we'll risk it. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and toss ourselves a quick save here. Ep34, stupid. In case this is really stupid. Hey, there we go. I didn't get stuck into an underwater abyss in my power armor. What do we got here? Bobby pins. Mostly looking for drugs. Here we go. And clipboards. For some reason, I'm still really interested in clipboards. Pack of smokes. Yes, please. Ah, you know what? I forgot about my... I said I would stop trying to loot on cam many episodes ago, but I kind of got lost there. Mainframe offline or no data. Bring it back online. Okay. I can't tell if it's really loud for just me or if you guys are going to be hearing the same thing. Either way, I got to turn down the volume just a little bit here. Let's see. Audio. Effects. Let's bring you down a little bit. Let's see if that does anything for this. That didn't help. Oh, back on there. Alright, effects didn't do it. What could be causing that water to be so loud? Ambience, maybe? There we go. There we go. Much better.
Oh my god.
Ooh, this is cool looking.
I think I can see some sort of drainage system on the bottom floor. But who knows what kind of shape it's in, or how much longer it will hold out for. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe to keep the place a secret? Looks like it will. Let's keep moving.
Alright, so am I like fixing the pump here? Oh wow, this is awesome. Look how deep this goes. Oh, that might have been where she was tied up getting her brain drained or whatever.
Looks like they were trying to leave in a hurry. And didn't make it.
Let's see, research terminal, is that what we need? Did they use an electromagnet to try and wipe the drive there? Just go ahead and toss that high-powered magnet on each of the terminals. Slocum's Buzz Bites recipe. What is this? Cool. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, that's cool. I like the, that visual is awesome.
Interesting. This appears to be Agnes's vital chamber. Contiguous gray matter. Suspended in what appears to be amniotic-like fluid. Likely mixed in a nutrient path with a small electrical charge to ensure metabolic activity. Hard to believe it still functions after all this time.
Discover the secrets of the listening post. Hey, can I activate this thing? Activate.
I don't think she's able to talk to us from here. At least, not the way she...
Alright, how about this thing? Root level granted. Nothing. Alright, wait, what if I load your holotape in here? Let's see, Agnes Portable. No, we don't want to do any of that. Personal storage, audio recordings. No data detected. Okay, I can't do anything with that. Checked holotape. Back out. There we go. Okay, that didn't do anything. Ah, here we go. There is a quest objective. Ooh, ooh. You guys didn't see that. I didn't loot anything. Alright, we'll just follow the quest objective, see where it takes us. No server data.
Damn it. Looks like the server was wiped. Wait. That audio we recorded from the Agnes store. Let's load the remote Agnes holotape into the server here. And then check the personal storage section.
Okay. Load holotape, Agnes Portable. Personal storage, audio recordings. Restore mainframe backup. Wow, okay.
Will. Hello there. Okay. This is Dixon Monroe speaking. And if you're hearing this, then I'll just go on and hope you're the one I meant it for. If not, then maybe I got the frequencies crossed up and broadcast this to, well, every damn soul on the East Coast. For a man's last words, some say that's too big audience. But for a man like me, they'd be right. But what happened here? What they done to that gal? People ought to know. Got to know. The sorry folks that run this place call themselves the Lattice Project. And they call this place the Altum Facility. Well, for now they call it that. It don't take a simple repairman like me to tell you this place is headed straight for the bottom of the ocean. Not that I don't pray it happens sooner than later. But see, the box they shoved that gal's mind into, it ain't waterproof. So before you go blasting a hole in the wall, listen. If water pours in and reaches her mainframe, she's gonna feel it. Like a scorpion under the skull. So if you came here to make this right, then I'm afraid you're gonna have to go the long way around. Farther than I was able. But since you figured out how to get down here, I'm betting you'll figure out how to open the one door they went and locked on me. The one door you gotta open to give that girl her rightful, peaceful rest. The sublimation chamber. That's where they yanked her mind out of her body. That's where they keep the final build. And that's where you gotta go to end that poor gal's nightmare. And man's sorriest sin this side of hell. Agnes Holloway. That was her name for all they tried to wipe it from the face of the earth. Don't go forgetting it now. Let her pass, mister. Let her rest. Well, I believe that's gonna just about do it for old Dixon. I won't say where I'm headed, or where to find me. But the place you're standing right now, well, that's damn sure where you won't. Funny, him bringing me down here just to patch up the leaks in this place. Let it sink, I say, and drown them all.
Yikes. All right. Well, that was, I guess we got confirmation. She was indeed somebody real. All right. Let's get our holotape back. I never know when we're going to need this again. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Wait, or did my controller die? Nope. I am 100% stuck. All right. I have a little trick for this. So we do, if you ever get stuck in anything as a player, you can go player. Oh, if I can see my keyboard. Player dot. Move to, and then space player. This should do it. And that'll teleport you back to yourself, and usually resets any stuck animations. Aha! There we go. You got nothing to say after all that? Did you not just hear what I heard? That was nuts. The guy was already here and figured this out. All right, what do we do next? Sublimation. Oh, it's right. This is it right here. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Find Lieutenant Brian's personal access code. Find a DNA sample. Find a voice recording. Okay. Oh, wow. So this is like triple locked down.
Looks like we've really got the system locked down. We'll have to start looking around.
Yeah.
Let's read through any other terminals we'll find. See if we can figure out what happened here.
All right. Before we go on this hunting mystery, which I really want to get in there and find out what's going on. We're gonna save that for next episode. That ending on Dixon's little radio broadcast seems too perfect. Such a good cliffhanger. So let's head back to Sanctuary and do some building. All right, endorsement time. I unfortunately didn't hit, or I hit record after I had already hit my thumbs up on those, but I had given a thumbs up to the hunting rifle by the Rizzler, which is a very cool mod. I finally stumbled upon one of those. And this is my weekly reminder for you guys to go endorse mods. Now, and actually I thought about it today, and it seems a lot like I'm asking you to like, comment, subscribe, like on YouTube, which I find is getting just kind of silly to hear everybody reminding you. As like okay, we all watch YouTube, we know that you guys want us to do that, but with mods I find it a little bit different because there's no underlying point system trying to drive people forward, whereas with YouTube it's all people trying to make money. On the mod side of things, it's literally just giving feedback so people understand that they're doing good work and that you appreciate it. So this is literally just about motivation, so I find it way less annoying to be somebody who's pushing on this. So guys, just get in there, switch your little endorsed column to undecided so you can see which ones you haven't thumbed up. Click that thumbs up, and if you really love a mod, right click it, go to open on Nexus mods, and comment. Let them know what you love about the mod so that those people can continue to develop really, really cool stuff for us, and we can just have a better and better Fallout experience. Okay, we are back in Sanctuary. I remembered that I totally forgot to update the comments in the description with what I said I was going to put in for you guys. I was going to put you guys or give you guys some console commands. So if you decided to do what I did over here and nudge your plots around, how you could fix their positionings, you have to run a command called CF space record position after you nudged into place, and then when you refresh it, it knows about its new position. The record position thing is this little time-saving trick that the code uses to speed up refreshes in the future, because those refreshes are brutally long, as many of you guys know, so anything I could do to speed that up was definitely necessary. And once you do that, then when you refresh it, will work in the correct location. So we have a little bit of a defense problem, which I think I'm just going to shore up with some additional turrets. And today we're going to work on two things, maybe only one, really depends on how long this takes, but I want to start building some of my kind of skybridge type stuff that I kind of want to connect. Give these two houses some sort of connection, And I want to connect it over to this guy, which would give us access to this one. I love the verticality look, so I really want to embrace some of that. So I don't know that we're going to keep this particular foundation in, but that's what we're going to play with right now. We're going to figure that out, and we're going to figure out which house models we want to use. So I don't love this train yard up here. I kind of want to get into, I don't have any foundation on this. I kind of want something more like that it was built out of individual pieces. I think that'll make a little bit more sense. So let's start by swapping this guy out. So we'll head into our ASAM sensor here and choose a building plan. So I did a little bit of work off cam on my little garage area, made sure all the workbenches were in place, but other than that, didn't do much off cam. Wanted to show that off, and just lack of time. I never have as much time as I would like to play the game. So let's find something that looks sufficiently shack-like. We'll just take advantage of, I don't want to use Blood Moon Raiders. We'll skip those. Those are going to be a little too brutal for here. But we're going to look for ones that have a preview. And if I can't find one I like, I'll just go with, oh, we definitely don't want the tree ones. If we can't find anything we like, we'll go with one of the ones from SS Classic that I know what it looks like. This one doesn't look too bad. Let's see, one-story shack that builds up and becomes a small house by level 3. Perfect. We don't want to go too crazy on top of the roof here, so that'll be good. And now let's get some semblance of a floor under this thing. That's probably gonna take a minute to catch up. There it goes. All right, so let's get some floors under there. We don't need this full foundation. Let's see here. Let's find something smaller. Yeah, something like this looks good. Let's see if we can get it to snap in. Beautiful. Snap to you guys, and then we'll do smaller floor pieces out front. Way over here. We'll do something a little different here. Let's see. Can we get this to? I think we need to. Oh, I gotta get my mouse centered on the game. Surface snap off. There we go. Let's see. Can you snap in there for me? No. All right. We'll just eyeball it. Good enough for me. You don't want to snap either, huh? Alright, eyeball it is. I'm not really terribly concerned about this. I love the scrappy look. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll put it underneath the tiles. That works for me. There we go. And one more. How about you? There we go. Okay, we'll clip it in the tiles. That's okay. No one will notice from afar. There we go. Okay. So now the plot should be resting on there nicely. Now we need some underlink supports here. So we're just going to make kind of interesting use of various pieces. We're not going for perfection here. Just we want something that looks decent from afar. Let's see here. Yep, that'll work for me. I'll put a bigger one. Oh, here we go. Put this bigger one here. I don't want to clip it through the roof though. Because then that'll go into the living room and that'll look really, really terrible. Ooh, how about one of these bridges? Oh, I think I can use this and just shrink it down a bit. Let's do that. So I think they shrink with their origin where it is. So let's rest this into the floor here. With the bottom in the right position. I think that's how it's going to shrink. And then we'll grab it and scale it down with place everywhere. Oh, I was wrong. This one happens to be, the origin is up at the top. Okay, so we'll scooch you down a bit. Alright, now we need to shrink this, and I might need to change the scale a little bit here. Let's see if I can remember what the... No, that's rotation step. One of these days I'm going to remember to make myself a hotkey guide. Alright, well, we'll assume that that's correct. I'm going to do that off camera because I just don't have the hotkeys handy, and I don't want to go look them up right this second. Alright, we need a little bit more support. I got some cool support stuff under the Project Blueprint mod, so let's head over there. And supports. Here we go. Let's see what we got. These are a personal favorite. Love these things. You've also got the individual column we can use for these corners. All right, let's see if this one is tied to the top and bottom again. Let's see. Shrink. There we go. Okay, that one's tied to the bottom with its origin. And then we'll maybe do maybe off of this thing. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just want it to look decent. That's acceptable to me. You guys may disagree, but I'm fine with that. All right, so now, so we got a good platform there. This one I don't love. I think when I put it here, I said I was fine with it because it wouldn't cut into the tiles down there, but I have changed my mind. So we're going to change this. I can't remember what this particular plan looks like. That might have been the one that was there already, and I just kept it in place, in which case that was fine. It was just like a nice little triangle house. So we'll leave it for now. I can change it later if starts to bother me. So let's figure out what we want to do with your floors. Don't mind the immersion breaking, floating for now. Let's see here. We need floors, and let's get into our smaller pieces. No, we don't need upper floor. Just a regular floor is fine. Where are you at? All the way back here. There we go. Let's see if this will snap onto the plot or not. No? Not going to snap on for me? Oh, I just had one. There we go. Okay. And then, can we get one right next to you? Yeah, it started to do.
Just an unrecognized comedy genius. Yeah, we're
Nice mix and match.
water that's actually clean.
Well, that and the fact that you've been telling dick jokes about your flies undone.
Yeah.
You hear that background conversation loud and clear. Those are like randomly spawned as part of the dynamic soundscape that Del Tupernabre put together, and occasionally, if you happen to be at the origin point or really close to it, you can like fully make them out. They're pretty funny. I think those were all written by Lass Insane, who has written for I want to say Skywind, but I'm not 100% positive. But she's definitely written for Sim Settlements. Does good work. All right, let's see here. Scooch this guy in here. Oh, you know what? Well, let's not be too anal retentive. That's all right. All right. Okay, now we need some supports, and actually, I don't know what's going on with this house model. Okay, I guess there's something underneath it, so that's fine with me. All right, so let's get back into our the bridges. The bridge looked nice as a nice support piece, without being too large, and we can shrink it down. And then we determined its origin was at the top, so we can get it kind of like this. And actually, this looks like it might be in good shape. Let's peek in from underneath here. Make sure it's not clipping in too far. Nope, that looks good to me. Okay, so we got a nice front piece there. Now we need some, let's go back to our project blueprint mod, structures, wood, supports. Yeah, these guys, love these ones. We'll use a variety pack here. Let's see, put you that tucked in there. There we go. Oh, we're definitely gonna need some more support beams than just these. Get this in there, and we'll switch to the other one. Mix and match. There we go. All right, yeah, we definitely need some more. Let's see. I like that one that's on the title card there, whatever you call it, the little preview. Here we go. Let's see. We'll stick you here. Are you sunken in? All right, good. You're in there enough. And then I kind of want one just kind of like weird and crooked and way too big, sticking out of the side so it's not also orderly. So we'll do with a piece of stairs for that. So let's go. And I don't want to balance on top of this house because if you guys build this plan, you might not get this exact model. So let's turn off object snap here, and we'll bank it onto the base roof that the house itself has. Actually, we'll cover it in right. Nope, that's way too. Oh, I guess I'm gonna shrink it down, but I don't know where the origin is. Let's assume it's at the bottom because I think that's how Bethesda does most of their pieces. So let's brace this on something here that looks reasonable. Let's see what that looks like from here. I think I got a plan. All right, let's start by shrinking. See if we can shrink this. Yep. Okay. And then we're gonna lower it a bit. There we go. And then we're going to try and rotate this thing. Let's see if this will work. We want to do... If I can remember how to do this. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh no, my mouse moved off camera again. Every time I'm playing in windowed mode, and if my mouse goes out of focus, then I lose access to all the place everywhere stuff. There we go. And I know, Don, there's a way to fix this. Donald Strong, if he watches this, is going to be screaming at me because he has shown me all the hotkeys and tricks to deal with these sorts of things, and I just never remember them. Let's see here. So then we're going to change the axis one more time. Just want this thing to be a little bit crooked. I like the look of that. There we go. That's the angle I wanted.
How can you say that?
And that's clipping in there. All right, cool. I love that. All right, then we can press, I think it's F5. Gets rid of the shimmer. Or number pad 5. There we go. That looks good. Cool. I'm liking that. All right, so now we need to figure out where our little bridge network's going to go and what it might look like. So, and it actually doesn't even make sense for it, but I don't care. We're breaking immersion here. We just want this for the cool factor. So I guess I should figure out what are the pieces I'm going to use and what it's going to connect to. I think I'm probably going to take advantage of these trees. I don't know if I'll connect it onto this. I might replace this power pole with something shorter. And then we can lay it across that as well. That feels nice and dangerous, Fallout style. So if we do something like... Here, we can actually just shrink this guy into the ground. So if we do something like this... And then we lay a... Yeah, I like that. We'll lay a platform right on top of it. That feels appropriately Fallout dangerous. So now let's figure out what we're going to use as our platform. So I kind of like the bridge over here. And rather than finding it, I'm just going to do our little clone trick here. So we'll grab onto this. Clone you over here and then let go and then bring it back. Okay, so we'll work our way from here and work backwards. So let's start with this is going to rest on our power pole, connect right up to your doorstep. Although I don't really love it right on your doorstep. I kind of like the idea of it being more universal traffic and then you just happen to connect up to it, but maybe not. Because then we're going to have to build a bunch of other stuff up in the air for that to make a lot of sense. So maybe it is, you're just really friendly with that neighbor over there for now. But we are going to have to go over to there too. Let's see, how do we handle this? And maybe we scrap the whole idea. We're going to play around with it a little bit. Let's start with, let me look at the power pole where that is. Okay, let's take this and let's assume we're going to do some sort of intermediary so that there's a reason to get between all of them. So let's see here, we'll put you, rest that right there. And then what are we going to do to get down to there? All right, we're going to use something different here. Let's go over to our project blueprint mods again and see what we got. We can work with wood. We don't need supports. Let's go with, no, we don't want cinder blocks. Let's see here. Floors. Here we go. Okay, this piece I like. Oh, there's our bridges that we were looking for before. Okay, we're definitely going to need something else to support this. Alright, well, let's just rough this out, and then we can get lost in the weeds later. So let's do... I want another little bit of floor coming forward. So I guess I could have... Let's grab you, clone you. There we go. And we'll cover up this little gap right here. There we go. And I guess we probably want another one there, but I want it to be a different style. So let's see, I think I used two different... Did I use the same thing twice? I usually don't. Nope, I guess I did. Alright, I guess we're going back to the mill stuff. Wood. Let's see, floor, where are you at? Not that one, this one. I guess we will use this one. We wanted to mix it up, that was the whole point. Okay, we'll put this... Tuck this in here. And actually, we're going to stagger this. I don't know if I want to go up or down. We'll rest that on top of there. And then we'll have to build some more supports, obviously. Okay, so let's build them because there's I mean, the AI is just not going to use this. There's just no way. But we'll try to mask that a little bit. So we're going to shrink this guy down. Oops, wrong button. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and clone you. Not worried about snapping or anything. Just kind of free balling here. That works for me. All right, now let's get back to our bridge action, which we determined was on Project Blueprint. Structures, floors, here we go. All right. So then if this goes, oh, don't like those. I hate when those things clip into each other that much because then often there's like flickering and stuff, which drives me a little bit nuts. All right, so we're just roughing this out for now. We will figure out the height differences and everything later. Let's do... Can we rotate this? Nope, that's not the right angle. Not that one either. Whoa! Oh, we lost our mouse focus again. Oh, that is a funky angle you decided to rotate on there. Oh, okay, because the pivot is on the end instead of... Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we're going to have to do multi-angle. Hey, there we go. Got lucky there. Alright, and then we lift this up with the number 8. Oh, our movement step is way low. Movement step. There we go. Change to 5. There we go. Look at that. We get 60 FPS looking at this angle. And then we'll nudge you this way a little bit. And then we need to do a little bit more tweaking on the angle. There we go. One more nudge up. Hey, that looks pretty darn good. And it got us right about where we need to be. And then let's do you want to do another one of these maybe? Let's turn this guy around. Wait, is this? Oh, I scaled this one way up. That's why. Okay. All right. All right, I don't like that scaling difference, so maybe we'll shrink this guy down a bit. Or, no, I know what we'll do. We're going to use that big scaling. Clone you. We'll stick you here. All right, we're going to have to deal with this little poke through. We'll just kind of bury it. There we go. And then we will scoot this guy over because we don't really have... let's see here. We don't have to have it where we had it. Again, this is just roughing out. Just so I can kind of get a visual of what we're trying to do here. And let's see. Let's bump you up a little bit. Oh, yeah, I like that joint right there. And then maybe we'll stick this at that point. Super unstable. In fact, I kind of want to put some sparks there now. Make it look extra dangerous. And we should have that. We should have like a spark animated object, which I'll dig those up in a minute. Now this is putting it right into their backyard, which I don't love, but we can, now that we have that kind of on that point, we can kind of rotate it a bit here. And then we'll sort out. All right, I think I need to do a little bit of twisting on this guy. Oh, right there. All right, let me lower this down again with our 2. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that gives us a little bit more leeway, so maybe we're not right on top of the plot. We've got access to the little front panel there. And then, but I do want to lift this up just a bit. Let's see. So I guess I got to undo my, nope, I just need to change rotation angle. Nope, not that one. There we go. All right, and then we'll raise this guy back up again. And then we'll scoot this guy to the right a little bit. All right, and then we'll probably just put like a floor piece down here to cover up this mess. Maybe add another shack railing in there. Okay, so there we go. So now we have a nice little sky bridge. Definitely the settlers are not going to path this ever. But okay, so points, we absolutely need some sort of support. This nonsense is not going to work as is, so we need some support action. So we'll start with something simple. We'll use my favorite little piece here. We'll support this guy. This is obviously, it needs more, but just again, roughing out. This is kind of how I work with this type of stuff, is we just keep playing with it till we get something that kind of works, and then we'll fill out we'll solve the details later. So like if we had something like that, we could build in a couple of support beams right there. But this is going to need something pretty big bracing it. The tree is not going to work out, although we could do the little cheat I did over in another section where I actually edited a tree to make it work. And I think that might be what we do, because I love reusing these vanilla assets that are here. So let's see if how much can we raise out of the ground? Not much. Okay, so let's poke you there. Let's scale it up. Oh yeah, this thing might work perfectly. All right, let's see. Let's twist you this way. Now I'm aware that this is not structurally sound. It would not actually hold any weight, but I don't care. Let's see here. How's that doing? Well, I guess it doesn't make any sense for me to clip it right into the fence. How's that looking? Getting closer. Oh, you know what we can get, since we're already breaking the laws of nature here by moving this tree after the fact. Ah, crud, no. Oh, come back. Oh, I really need that hotkey down. All right, it eventually should spin back around. There it is. We just got to catch it. There it is. No, I ping-ponged it back the other way. All right, we're going to catch this thing. And freeze. No, back. No, This is infuriating. I keep clicking just a little too long and it just sends it back the other direction. I have to just catch it. There we go. Got it. Okay. Just nudge it one little bit at a time. Okay. How's that look? It's in a good position there. Let's hit the F or the number 5 key to stop it shimmering. Not too bad. Okay, that's definitely not structurally sound, but it's getting better. Let's see here. So then we're going to need another thing here, another load-bearing thing. So we'll put another one of these guys in. Just double down on this poor electrical decision. Oh, let's see. Let's grab my clone, not the one that has the actual wires. Wrong one. Alright, grab you and put you back. Alright, let's get this guy fixed a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then you are going to come over here, and we'll spin it the other way just so it's not quite so uniform. Let's see what that looks like up close. Not bad. All right, you're not right. Oh, that doesn't look good with this the farm mud being one color and the dirt mound. I'm gonna have to remember to add another option to the to our terraformers. That's that darker dirt. All right, let's see here. What's this look like over here? We want to scoot this guy out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that looks less terrible. We'll still need to do, let's see, we're going to need some more supports underneath this platform, which I'll build those off camera. You guys will get the general gist. So now we've got this thing going on. I kind of want, so I think what I want to end up hooking on here to make this more interesting looking is maybe some, I'll dangle some of those really cool cage lights down here, the ones on the, like the string lights. This still needs better support, so I'll have to fix that too. We'll dangle some string lights from there. I'm thinking I might even set up, oh, this could look really cool. I really love these pipes from Diamond City. So what we might do, if I can find the darn things, is mount some above here. And then I can do some like dripping water effects, and it'll look like maybe that's part of that agricultural plot, trying to farm it. That'll look kind of cool. And then it gives this a little bit more of a purpose. As Don said in the settlement critique, is like always think about why. Like why exactly did you do this thing other than it looks cool, even though that often is the only reason to do something. But let's go in here to see if I can find those special effects just to show you guys these. But there's all these special effects we have under here under Project Blueprint special effects. And so like if we go under electricity, blue spark we want red sparks. Let's see here. Intermittent spark emitter. So the arrow on there is pointing in the direction the spark should be flying off once you place it. Now these can be a little bit challenging to work with, so we're going to see if I have any luck today. All right. Hey, there it goes. I think I got it in the right spot. Cool. And then we could also, let's see, let's place another one over here. Let's see where that is. Yeah, right here. And this one I'm going to try and rotate upward. Let's see if I can do that. Where'd you go? Alright, let's see. To get that to up here, we need to go in, and I might have to turn city marker objects on. I don't remember if I have those being displayed in workshop mode or not. Let's see. No, I think I turned them off because there's so many of them in Starlight that I got sick of seeing them. So let's pop in here. So if you need to see those things, and the blue man markers are the same thing in Sim Settlements. If you go into, let's see, I think it's under visual or usability. I can't remember which. Let's try visual because it does seem, yeah. City marker objects. If you change it to visible in workshop mode, then shortly after you go into workshop mode, those things will appear. So as you can see, our little guy appeared here. So now we should be able to rotate this thing upward. There we go. And then we will exit out and then come back in. And let's see if the sparks are now pointing upward. I guess you can't. I guess that spark doesn't have enough to see to make the difference. But there are ones that have like an actual shooting direction. And it also might be that we need to move it before it shows up. I don't remember exactly the term. But either way, the point is by the time we make this into a city plan, that will, however it's wrong in my save will be irrelevant. It'll be all fixed for you guys as a city plan. All right, so there we go. So that's how you make use of those things. Okay, so next we're going to need to figure out how we want to get across to the other way. So let's see here. So we've got this rickety bridge. Maybe we'll switch away from using this exact same bridge thing. I also am thinking, let's see. I don't want to go too much out in the open here because if you guys decide to use the city plan and you have like some really tall buildings, it'd be nice if they could still fit in there. So it'd be, I guess it'd be cool if I could keep this tight to here. Let's see, but can maybe squeeze in between the houses here? Yeah, I can kind of weave in, which is going to look ridiculous, but I think I'm okay with that. So we'll find out. Well, again, let's do some quick rough outs here. So let's use some different pieces, though, this time. And these are going to be rough out that I have no intention of keeping, but just because I know I don't want to make this episode forever long. But I do want to show you guys kind of what I had in mind. We're going to just do something with these small pieces, and then I will figure out how to do it off cam with what I actually want to use, because I might actually switch over to metal, like some of that like dirty quarry metal, but I don't remember where it is exactly. So for the sake of just showing you guys roughly what I have in mind, and let's get, oh, look at that frame rate tank. There we go. So I'm thinking something like we can, and I guess if I'm going to swap these out anyway, I can just use all the same pieces. Now, I'm thinking when I do this, it will be definitely more interesting than just a bunch of pieces snapped together. I'm just trying to lay out an idea of where my path might be. So, okay, looks like I missed the mark a little bit. We need to come at this angle to get in between these buildings. Thinking again that as much as possible, I'd like to let you guys use, if you're using this as a city plan, have access to whatever building plans from add-on pack robbers and whatnot. So then we come around like this, and then maybe we go to a thicker floor here. Let's see. Not that thick. Oh my god. Okay, and then this one we won't snap. We'll clip it in. And then maybe we put something useful up here to make this all make sense. Like maybe there's a bar up here, and then these guys just really wanted access. Like I do have some sort of rooftop little entertainment area. That would actually be a reason why they would want a walkway over to it. These are town drunks, just live up on the roofs over here. So let's see here. So what would that look like? Now I want snapping back on. There we go. And then we can kind of use this roof as part of the floor for that, if that's what we end up doing. And let's see, this is not, we're not going to want this snapped. Instead, we'll rest this and maybe twist it at an angle. Again, I don't anticipate settlers ever actually pathing up here outside of, you know, Brahmin and stuff that teleport up here. So I'm not super worried about it looking, or being pathable. I know some people really care about that stuff. Because I've had so much terrible experience with the AI, with the settlers in this game, I've just given up on making that a primary consideration. It's something like, if I can make it so they'll path, I will, but I'm not going to let it prevent me from pursuing an idea that I like as far as construction goes. There we go. So I like that we just are kind of laying this on there, and I'll cover up that little metal blemish. I also might swap these floors out so that they're not all identical and everything. Again, keeping with that scrappy look. So let's say that this one, we'll lay this one, I don't know if we lay that flat. Let's find out what that looks like. So let's twist you. Nope, not Z. Oh. All right, we need to get it back to the Z axis. There we go. And then a little bit more on the X. No, that's the C again. Come on, X. There we go. Maybe not. All right, let's lower this in. So it's maybe resting right up on top of there. Yeah, there can be like a little step down. Again, not worried about pathing, so we can get away with that, but I got to get this slope a little better. No, I don't like that. That's way too much. Let's see. There's a button to reset. There it is, 0. So if we just let it go up that one slope. We'll attach this here. You can have a little bit of a step down. Maybe we'll put steps in there. And then I'll go in and put in the some sort of scaffolding or something. We also got to do something about this nonsense. So I think that'll be in the design for the earlier levels, and then like once the settlement gets level 3, which we're at right now, I'll like get rid of all this. That's going to be tricky. Usually when I want to do stuff like that, when I'm doing an actual city plan, is I'll keep it in one save, and I will make a second copy of the save where I remove things. So like I'll have a save that I can work backwards from. And that'll be, are, so we'll have like 2 saves that we keep. It's real complex, and I'll just get into it more to give you guys tips. Any of you who are working on city plans and want some ideas of how you can do more complicated regression than just deleting things, I'll give some tips on some of that, because this one's definitely going to be one of our more complicated regressions since we're going to change the player house. I want to do some stuff with this, because this nonsense was really just me just gaming mechanics as opposed to building anything actually useful and functional. Okay, so then let's see here. So if that's rooftop bar access, we would do something similar to here. We'd want to give him access to it as well. I mean, who doesn't want to be able to, you know, just pop out of their backyard and grab a booze, especially in this. Let's see here. And I just said have a booze. I don't think that's actually a way to phrase it. It makes me sound like I've never had a drink in my life. That's cool. Let's see here. Do we want this to be like a appropriate looking walkway? I'm thinking something more. I'm almost thinking like it's gonna look like this guy doesn't actually have access, and more. Maybe it'll be like a scrappy ladder that he's put in there. So we've got actual climbable ladders. Yeah, I like that. Let's see here. Wood. Where's our floors again? One more in here. Like I'm thinking we actually, so we build this up to here. We actually put up a wall as if there's some sort of like some railing or whatever. Let's see what that will look like. Let's see. So we put up this here, under here. And then let's see, we need to finish off the floor here. Oh, I just left it stuck in there. All right, let's put our object snap back on. Oh, I turned it off. Snap it. There we go. All right, so let me see. We scoot this thing out a little bit. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So if this had like handrails on it, so we assume that those are here, I believe. Yeah, here we go. So we assume that whoever our barkeep up there decided to, you know, give some privacy to the neighbors down there. And then this guy is going to build himself a little ladder to sneak in. So we've got some rickety old ladders. Let's see, I think they're under, let's see, the special, what are they called? Player beds, no. Effects, no. Interactive, here we go. Hey, here we go, we got this cool ladder. These are actually climbable by the player. We figured out how to do that, or to fake it at least. And let's see, let's scoot you up. And they will snap together to go, so you can allow the player to climb any height. So we'll see this guy here. Snap one up there. And then we'll actually shrink this. Oh, let's turn off snap again. That. Put snap back on. Alright, then we're going to scoot this guy a little bit out of the way, so that way when we go to climb up for real, it won't we won't get caught on that. Alright. And then let's test out our handiwork here. And maybe we'll like cover it up. I'll put some cloth on here or something. Or I mean, I don't really have cloth access, but something to make it look like he's hidden the fact that he has access to this. Let's see if this ladder's gonna let me climb it or not. Yep, there it goes. It's probably gonna act all wonky. Yeah, there it goes. Because I sunk it into the floor a little bit. There we go. And we can climb right up. Okay, so our little neighbor down there has his secret access to the bar here. And yeah, I like this idea. So we'll have kind of an outdoor bar here. Maybe this will be like patio area. We'll actually build a roof here. This will be a hand-constructed bar, I'm thinking, not necessarily a plot. Maybe it'll be a plot, though. Maybe we have something we can sacrifice and I can get... Because there are some really cool designs by some of the add-on pack makers that feel more outdoorsy that would fit in right there. We'll go ahead and scoot this over because I think we can do a nice straight shot. And again, like I said, we're not gonna. It won't be a snapped thing like this. This looks terrible. This is just kind of the path that I'm thinking, and we'll replace it with. Yes, here we go. A little less orderly. Come on, get up. There we go. Yeah, we can get a nice straight path, and then you are gonna go. Actually, I don't even think I need that. This looks appropriate, and I like the danger right there. So we'll just scrap that extra piece there for now. But yeah, something like this. Well, some sort of more interesting path. Get out of here, extra piece. To get over to here, we'll have a nice bar up, nice rooftop bar up there for people to celebrate and have a good time. We've got this over here. So like that. So hopefully I'll find some time off camera to do these things. The bar, if I decide to do the bar as I might do the bar on camera, regardless of whether it's a plot or not. Plot could be awkward just because of the shape I left there, and I really like the idea of just integrating the roof a little raised, like you could almost see the bartender standing right there. Obviously, then we'll never have an actual bartender standing there, so I'll play around with that in my head a little bit. And then I also want to do some. There's a couple other points I want to do some work on. I definitely am going to redesign this back here on camera to be more of that caravan of people raiding the vault. I really love that idea. But yeah, I think that's enough. I think you guys are getting a rough idea of where I'm trying to go with this. If you guys have any cool ideas for how I could make this look more interesting, like I said, I'm thinking some fencing and stuff, or I'm sorry, the quarry type metal, things like that, and then I'll come up with something a little different, maybe not the power poles as the way to be the support beams, because we're going to need a lot of support here. I'm definitely loving the idea of having a water pipe system going here. In fact, I might actually go nuts and have the water system might go underneath all of this, because it does take us over to where some of our industrial things are, so we can actually have our water connected up, and there's the water plant in the industrial center. So I might actually rig up a water piping system, which would be really fun. A lot of excessive detail, which is what I'm going for here. I want this thing to be like crazy hyper detail, so for those of you guys who can handle it, you get a cool useful settlement plan, and then we'll strip it way the hell down so that maybe there's a chance some of you guys on lower end can use it. I doubt there's a way this is going to end up on Xbox. I would love to. I can't fathom a way I'm going to get 50 people down to 15 and keep the feel of this settlement, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can keep a small section of it. Maybe we can keep say this half, like the part of this little ring of village plus the farms and the commercial, and we just ditch all of the industrial center over there. Maybe that's something we do for an Xbox version, but we'll play around with it. We got plenty of time. My goal with the series is just keep going as long as we're still making some settlement stuff, which is going to be for a long time still, because I don't see any Fallout 5 happening anytime soon, and I don't think this would work well in a multiplayer environment, even if we did get proper mod support in 76 one day. All right, guys, that's enough rambling. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching.